This is Finish Line.
Getting involved in the motorsports industry? Late models, helmets, modifieds, doesn't matter. Need to have a wrap job done? Then let All About Wraps take care of you. All About Wraps strives to offer our clients with fast, affordable service from go-karts to the national touring level and everything in between. Wraps on race cars, design services, and promotions. There's no job that they can't do to make your vehicle be on the cutting edge of looking great. Race wraps are starting at just $500. Contact All About Wraps today, and let's see what they can do for your racing team. Call them up at 410-903-3302 or send them an email at allaboutwraps@hotmail.com. All About Wraps.
All About Wraps strives to offer our clients with fast, affordable service with race wraps starting at only $500. From go-karts to national touring teams and everything in between. Late models, modifieds, sprint cars, midgets, asphalt cars, and we'll even decal your helmets. Wraps, design services, and promotions. Everything we offer at All About Wraps. Contact us today to see what we can do for your team. Give us a call, 410-903-3302. Email us at allaboutraps@hotmail.com and visit us on Facebook at All About Wraps.
CrateInsider.com is your one source for crate racing tech and more. Whether you currently race with a crate engine or you are thinking about getting into the sport, our website has what you need. CrateInsider.com has tech videos, interviews with experts, and the best products in the industry. Dyno tested and proven, so we know they are the best products for crate engines. Visit CrateInsider.com today to get on the fast track to victory lane.
The Speed 51 Video Network live races, highlights, interviews, features, and more. You want it? The Speed 51 Video Network has it. Just $7.99 per month or $69.99 per year.
You gotta be kidding me! There's total chaos! What a wild finish! Oh my goodness!
Become a member of the Speed 51 Video Network today at speed51.com.
Yeah!
This is Finish Line. Undisputed, unrealistic, unscripted, and unrehearsed. This is Finish Line, a weekly podcast talking about the positive and negative of motorsports, asking the questions to drivers, promoters, and personalities, getting the information and responses of the sport others dare not to ask or even discuss. This is Finish Line. This radio podcast is from the heart, an in-depth analysis of everything in NASCAR, NHRA, IHRA, IndyCar, grassroots motorsports, asphalt, dirt, drag racing, karting, tractor pulling, boat racing, demolition derbies, and much more. From touring events to national, regional, weekly, and more. This is the podcast where the bull stops here. Whether it's asphalt, dirt, or drag racing, or anything else in life, there is always a finish line. Now, he's a respected veteran broadcaster with over 20-plus years' experience calling all forms of sports for public address, TV, and radio, from NASCAR to the grassroots. Please welcome your host, Wesley Outland. This is Finish Line.
Well, it is another day in the neighborhood. Wednesday, May 8th, 2019. Welcome to another edition of Finish Line. We are coming on the air a few minutes late. Apologize for that. Something going on with the server issue back in California. Don't know what the deal was. It might have been on my end, actually. Whatever was connecting from the connection yesterday when we did our check was not coming through with the audio levels. And go figure, man. Yeah, they update Facebook, they update apps, they update all these things. You get so used to something, and they change it around on you. To each their own, as they say. Welcome back to the podcast. It is Finish Line. I am your host, Wesley Outland. We've got a great show for you coming up here on the program today. Apologize for not getting on the air last Wednesday. I had other obligations going on, other things, other commitments, and we just decided at the last minute to just not do the podcast because of just rushing. The crazy day-to-day life of rushing, going. So, matter of fact, Jake Van Cannon was going to be one of the guys that was going to be on the program, and we got to reschedule another time with Jake Van Cannon, Dillon Motor Speedway late model champion from last year, as well as winner for like 2 races this season at Dillon Motor Speedway. By the way, they're in action this weekend with the next round of the Mid-Atlantic Street Stock Series. The Mass Series will be in action at Dillon Motor Speedway, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff going on as well. And also, mind you, happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. Hope you all have a great Mother's Day. Think about your moms. Think about your moms that are living today. You've only got one mom. For those that have multiple moms, like your stepmoms or moms that have stepped up and been a part of your life, or even if there's a grandmother out there or somebody that you look up to as your mom, this is their official yearly reminder of how special they are. But of course, as I always say all the time, you should always acknowledge your mom and your dad and the people that are a part of your life. So happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. Before we go any further, this is Finish Line. It is the May 8th podcast. We've got a great show for you. We've had to tweak the lineup a little bit to add some more guests that are not available that were going to be guests that were going to be on the program. That includes Christian Eckes. Christian Eckes was going to be on the program. He texted me late last night, said, Wesley, on via Twitter, I can't be on. I've got obligations with ARCA and testing at Charlotte, preparing for their big race in May during Coca-Cola 600 weekend during that time. So I just cannot seem to be able to jump out of the car and be able to be available for that. Hey, that's fine. Not a problem. Christian Eckes, winner of the Music City 200 at Fairgrounds Speedway in Nashville. You watched it on MAV TV, Motorsports Network, with Bob Dillner and Jim Trado on the call. I actually had the privilege to be there in person, working the event with Speed 51 Network. What a pleasure that was, working pit road, getting interviews, getting stories, doing things on Twitter, doing things on camera. So that was a great time there. And in addition to Christian Eckes being on the program, we were also going to have on Josh Brock and talk about his battle of cancer 2 years ago, overcoming the odds, winning the guitar at Nashville last Sunday afternoon in the North-South Challenge, the North-South Super Late Model Challenge. And before I go any further, I get our first guest of the program. I want to give props to the Cars Tour and to the ARCA Series Super Series, Glenn Luckett, RJ Scott and Company, Andrew Hahn. Thank you also to the Southern Super Series presented by Sunoco with Tim Bryan and Company. What they have done with the infrastructure of a day and age where the economy is bad, or people want to say the economy's bad, car counts are down, racing's hurting, they have come together and have formed such an awesome bond for the racing drivers of super late model racing to continue to be able to race for good money and to be in the media spotlight. What they did this past weekend at Fairgrounds Speedway is phenomenal. By the way, thank you also to Claire and Tony Formosa. First time meeting Claire this weekend at Nashville. Super great, beautiful young lady. She's an avid race fan. She's got a great spirit. But also her father, Tony Formosa. I remember meeting Tony back in 2007 when I was announcing at the All-American All-American 400 at Nashville, and the man has not changed one bit. So they always say that doesn't happen. So, but also on a cool note, it was also great to be able to see my friend Adam Mackey. I've not seen Adam Mackey since face-to-face working with him at the All-American 400 in 2008 when he was announcing for CRA. I was announcing for ASA, and we done that race together. And just to be able to chat with him for about a good 5 minutes down on at the start-finish line after Josh Brock won the CRA Super Race was really, really cool. Of course, that was after media obligations were done. So we got a great, great show for you tonight. So this morning, we had to change the lineup over a little bit. So we'll let you know our guest panel coming up here in just a few moments. They actually said, Wesley, kind of wait till around 11:15 before you call us up. So that's why we are kind of waiting here till the last minute. But with that being said, today on Finish Line for May the 8th, episode 12, Ross Bales. Man, hails bells, as Bob Dylan says, hails bells. Ross Bales dominating in the World of Outlaw Morton Buildings Late Model Series over the weekend on Friday night at Cherokee Speedway. We'll talk to him about that big, big victory. Winner of the Cars Tour, late model stock race at Ace 125 that I actually got to cover with my good friend Zach Evans on the Speed 51 network. For Junior Motorsports, his first late model stock win of the year, Josh Berry in car number 88 will join us on the program. Alex Hendren, remember him back in March on our podcast with Kate Dillon in Rutherford to North Carolina when we were live on studio. Matter of fact, it was the last live show we did together. Kate Dillon has allowed me to grab Alex Hendren, and Hendren is going to be on to talk about his new endeavors as he is finally behind the wheel of a race car, a 602 crate late model on the dirt at Cherokee Speedway and other racetracks. He's going to be on. Laura Tucker of Dirt Cup Challenge will be talking about that big event coming up at Lakeview Motor Speedway next weekend. May the 16th, 17th, and 18th. Mind you, it's also going to be on my good with my good friends at the Speed 51 Network and on MAV TV, Short Track America. We'll talk about that with Dirt Cup Challenge, Laura Tucker from up in Michigan. And finally, points leader, the man behind the fast-growing 305 Sprint Car Tour. That is the Carolina Sprint Tour, Sean Vardell. All coming up today on Finish Line. So that is the lineup. That is the guest panel that we have coming up, and we are not going to waste any time at all as we are going to go to the phone lines here. We got another 2 hours here with you. Remember, as always, use the hashtag Finish Line. Hashtag Finish Line on our social media. We're on Finish Line. Use it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that cool stuff. And definitely. As a matter of fact, shout out to Andrew Hahn. He's actually sending me a message via Facebook right now. I'm working, Andrew. I'm working, buddy. So